Hello, this is Shag for CACTV. We're at the Chicago Art Open 2007, and I'm going to be interviewing some artists tonight here at the Iron Studios. And I'm here with Terttu Uibopuu. Terttu, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm alive. And right here we have your work, right?
Yes, it is mine.
Is there a name of the? Is there a name for the piece?
Yes, there is. It's called New Guest Bag.
Is this typical of your work?
Not really. It's actually a newer piece. I started the series in the beginning of this year, and it's from a series about two Polish women who work together in a gas station, and her name's Aneta, and she's the youngest one. And yeah, I photographed them for about 4 months, but this project I haven't really continued it, but it has led me into some new projects. So it was kind of like, I guess, a stepping stone. You know, I started making different work, and this work brought me into what I'm doing right now. So.
How did you come to the decision of how it was set up, etc.?
Okay. Actually, it started out with the bag because I really like this bag, and it's, you know, and she likes to wear it. I don't know. I think it started with the bag, and then I was photographing her and Kasia. She is a little bit older than her, in her 40s. I photographed them in a gas station a lot, and I decided to more move into their homes and get to know them, how they are at their home. And so this was actually the first time I was in Aneta's home, and you know, this was one of the last shots I took of her, and we just went outside, and she kind of like stood around like that, and I was like, and then we talked, and I was like, you know, go back, stand like that, like you were standing before with your bag, and that's how it happened, you know. So.
Can you estimate how much time you put into this particular piece? Like, not just snapping the shutter, of course, but just everything around it, maybe, you know, whatever you need to do that led up to taking it. And is that like the typical amount of time for one of your photographs?
I mean, I think I would like to think that essentially I take like everything I know, you know, into one piece. I mean, if I wouldn't have the experiences in the past, this wouldn't have happened. Sorry. So I don't know. I guess it's different with every photograph, and no, it takes time. It's like photography, because it is just like a snap or one moment of time. But to get to that point, you know, it's just like the knowledge and the research and just like getting to know the people, especially if you photograph people. You know, it takes time, so it's just different.
Okay. Can you tell me, how has your work changed since you first started in photography?
Well, as a student, it actually changes a lot. You know, it can change like each semester. You can take a new direction, and that's what's great about school, because it's sort of okay to jump around between different styles and projects.
Do you have any interesting opinions about critics yet?
Critics? You know, I actually haven't encountered that many critics yet. I've had the great opportunity to have Karen Irvine as my teacher. I believe she also was one of the curators for the show. And she's great. It's just great to know her, because, you know, she's a curator in the Museum of Contemporary Photography, and also this semester I'm taking a class with Natasha Egan, who also works with Karen, and, you know, that's about it. It's just great to have teachers who are not just photographers, but also critics and curators. So.
Okay, how do you feel about the Chicago art scene, and, you know, like where you're at and if you have a place in it, and how Chicago has affected your work, if it has?
Oh, it definitely has. I mean, especially being in a school where I am, there's a great community, and I feel very fortunate, like having the teachers around me, and and just all the gallery openings. It's just great to go to a gallery and actually like, oh, you know, I know this person, or like I know about their work, and you know, I definitely try to keep myself up to date. And
Do you go to gallery openings on a regular basis?
I try to. I mean, not like every weekend, but I try to.
Do you have a particular like area? You know, there's like what 4 or 5 art districts around Chicago. Do you have a particular district that you favor, or you know, what do you think about the different areas?
Well, there's definitely like, you know, the trio, like the Catherine Edelman and Schneider Gallery and Steven Dater and
Some like more old school photographers, I guess, like if they're teaching a class, would say, make sure that the initial image is like you take the initial shot correctly. Don't. Let me start over again. Some photography professors would say you always make sure that you do the best job you can on the initial shot. Don't think that you just make up for errors like in the darkroom. Now, how do you stand on that? What do you concentrate on? Are you more in the processing or the initial shot?
Oh, I agree with that. You know, I think it sort of starts with, you know, it starts with an idea and then like a negative. But I mean, I have walked away from a place where, I mean, it just, you know, not the right light, or, you know, but no, I agree with that. I mean, you shouldn't make up any mistakes in the darkroom. So
Okay. Okay, Terttu, what does the future hold for you as far as you know, what you're going to do next in your art? And do you have any upcoming shows that you would want to mention?
okay. Well, right now I'm just planning to graduate, and I'm interning a photographer, and so I just would like to keep doing that and learn more about photography through other people and assisting them, and you know, just keep making work. And yeah, actually, Sarah and I, we're going to be in the Miami Bridge Art Fair, so that's coming up. So that's exciting to get out of Chicago. And
Is that your first art fair?
yes, it actually is. So that's exciting.
Congratulations. Okay, Terttu Uibopuu.
Do you want me to say it?
No. Okay, Terttu. No, wait a minute. Okay, Terttu Uibopuu. Thank you very much for answering my questions, spending time here, and for entering the Chicago Art Open, and for being a part of one of our first 3 Chicago artists to watch.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.